The sports team. Tom was a quiet boy who lived in a small town. He loved to watch sports on TV, but he had never played on a team before. In his school, everyone was excited because a new sports team was starting. It was a soccer team, and they were looking for new players. Tom thought, I like soccer, but I'm not very good at it. He was nervous about trying out for the team. What if I make mistakes? He worried. Tom's best friend, Sarah, was very excited. She loved soccer and had been playing since she was a little girl. Tom, you should try out for the team, she said one day after school. Tom shook his head. I'm not good enough, Sarah. I've never played on a team before. Sarah smiled and said, everyone has to start somewhere. Besides, being on a team is not just about winning. It's about having fun and learning together. Tom thought about what Sarah said. He liked the idea of having fun and making new friends. That night, he talked to his parents about the soccer team. Mom, Dad, should I try out for the soccer team? He asked. His mom smiled and said, I think you should. It could be a great experience. His dad added, it's okay if you're not the best. What matters is that you try your best and enjoy it. The next day, Tom decided to go to the tryouts. When he arrived at the field, he saw many kids running, kicking the ball, and laughing. They all looked so good at soccer, and Tom felt his heart beat faster. What if I fail? He thought. But then he remembered what his parents and Sarah said. I will try my best, he told himself. Coach Mike was in charge of the team. He was tall and always had a big smile on his face. Welcome, everyone, he said. Today, we will play some games to see how you all play soccer. Remember, this is just for fun. Don't worry about making mistakes. We are here to learn together. Tom felt a little better after hearing Coach Mike's words. The tryouts started, and Tom ran, kicked the ball, and tried his hardest. Sometimes he missed the ball. Other times he kicked it too far. But he also did some good passes and even helped his team score a goal. By the end of the day, Tom was tired but happy. He had tried his best and had fun. The next day, the list of the new team members was put on the school board. Tom was very nervous. Sarah came with him to see the list. They walked slowly to the board, and Tom closed his eyes. Do you see my name? He asked Sarah. She was quiet for a moment. Then, with a big smile, she said, Yes, Tom. Your name is on the list. You are on the team. Tom could not believe it. He was on the soccer team. He felt a mix of joy and fear. What if I can't play well in real games? He thought. But then Coach Mike came up to him and said, Tom, you did great at the tryouts. I can see you have a good heart and want to learn. That is what makes a great team player. The next week, the team had its first practice. Tom was nervous again, but Coach Mike was very kind. He taught the players how to pass the ball, how to shoot, and how to work together. A team is like a family. Coach Mike said, "We help each other, we support each other, and we learn from each other." Tom loved how everyone on the team cheered for one another. When someone made a mistake, no one laughed. Instead, they said, "Good try," or "You'll get it next time." This made Tom feel more confident. He started to enjoy playing soccer more and more. He made new friends and learned many new skills. One day, Coach Mike announced that the team would have its first game in 2 weeks. Tom felt both excited and scared. What if we lose? He wondered. But Coach Mike said something important. Winning is great, he said, but the most important thing is to play with all your heart. If you give your best, you are already a winner. Tom went home and practiced every day. He practiced passing the ball with Sarah, and his dad helped him practice shooting. He even practiced running to be faster. Every night, he dreamed about the game. Sometimes, he dreamed of scoring a goal. Other times, he dreamed of making a big mistake. But each time, he woke up and thought, "I will try my best." The day of the game finally arrived. Tom put on his soccer uniform. It was blue and white, the colors of his school. He felt proud to wear it. At the field, there were many people, students, teachers, and parents. Everyone was cheering. Tom looked at his teammates. They all looked a bit nervous, but they also looked ready. Coach Mike gathered the team together. "Remember, have fun and support each other," he said. "No matter what happens, you are all winners for trying and working together." Tom took a deep breath. The whistle blew, and the game started. Tom ran, passed the ball, and tried to remember everything he learned. The other team was strong, and it was a tough game. Tom's heart was racing, and sweat ran down his face. As the game went on, Tom saw his chance. One of his teammates, Jack, had the ball and was running towards the goal. Tom ran with him, staying open for a pass. Jack was surrounded by players from the other team, and it looked like he would lose the ball. Tom waved his hand, shouting, "Jack, over here!" Jack saw Tom and quickly passed the ball to him. Tom felt the ball hit his feet. His heart pounded in his chest. This was his moment. He looked up at the goal and saw the goalkeeper standing ready. Tom remembered what Coach Mike had taught them: focus, aim, and kick with all your strength. He took a deep breath, pulled his leg back, and kicked the ball as hard as he could. For a second, time seemed to stop. The ball flew through the air, heading straight for the goal. Tom watched, holding his breath. The goalkeeper jumped to stop it, but the ball was too fast. It went past him and into the net. "Goal!" The crowd cheered. Tom couldn't believe it. He had scored his first goal ever. His teammates ran to him, shouting with joy. They hugged him and patted him on the back. "Great job, Tom," they said. Tom felt a wave of happiness wash over him. All his hard work and practice had paid off. He had helped his team in a big way. But the game wasn't over yet. The other team was strong, and they scored a goal too. Now, the score was 1-1. Both teams were playing their best, and the game was very close. Tom could see the determination on everyone's faces. They wanted to win, but more than that, they wanted to play as a team. With just 5 minutes left in the game, Coach Mike called for a timeout. He gathered the team around and said, "You are doing great, everyone. Remember, it's not just about winning. It's about playing together and giving your best. Keep working as a team, and no matter the result, I am proud of you." Tom felt inspired by Coach Mike's words. He looked at his teammates and saw that they felt the same way. They were ready to give it their all. When the whistle blew to start the game again, they ran onto the field with new energy. The game continued, and both teams were playing hard. The ball went back and forth, and it was clear that everyone was giving their best effort. Tom kept running, passing, and trying to support his team. He was tired, but he didn't give up. He knew that being part of a team meant you kept going, even when it was tough. Then, with just 1 minute left, the ball came to Sarah. She was fast and skillful, and she dribbled past 2 players from the other team. Tom saw that she was going for the goal. He ran up to help, just in case she needed him. Sarah looked at the goal, and then at Tom. He knew she was thinking about passing the ball to him, but this time she decided to take the shot herself. She kicked the ball with all her might. The ball soared through the air, heading straight for the top corner of the goal. The goalkeeper jumped, but he couldn't reach it. The ball went into the net. "Goal!" everyone shouted again. Sarah had scored. The team was now in the lead with just seconds left in the game. The whistle blew, signaling the end of the game. Tom's team had won. They all jumped and cheered, hugging each other. Tom felt a rush of joy and pride. It wasn't just about the win. It was about how they had all worked together. They had supported each other, tried their best, and never gave up. Coach Mike came over, his face beaming with pride. "You did it, team," he said. "I am so proud of every one of you. You played with heart and worked together, and that's what makes you true winners." He patted Tom on the back and said, "Tom, you did a great job. That goal you scored was amazing." Tom felt his cheeks turn red, but he was also smiling. He looked at his teammates Sarah, Jack, and everyone else. They had become like a family to him. They had practiced together, laughed together, and now they had won their first game together. He realized that being part of a team was about more than just playing a sport. It was about friendship, support, and believing in each other. After the game, there was a small celebration. The school had arranged snacks and drinks for the team and their families. Tom's parents were there, cheering the loudest. His mom hugged him and said, "We are so proud of you, Tom." His dad shook his hand and said, "You did great, son. You showed courage and teamwork." Sarah came over and high-fived Tom. "You did it, Tom," she said. You were amazing out there." Tom laughed and replied, "You were great too, Sarah. That last goal was awesome." They both felt happy and tired at the same time. It had been a long day, but it was a day they would never forget. As the sun started to set, the team sat down on the grass. They talked about the game, laughing and sharing their favorite moments. Coach Mike joined them and said, "Today, you all showed what it means to be a team. You supported each other, tried your best, and had fun. Remember this feeling because this is what sports are all about." Tom looked around at his teammates. He was glad he had decided to try out for the team. He had learned so much, not just about soccer, but about himself and others. He learned that it was okay to be scared and to make mistakes. What mattered was trying, learning, and growing with others. As they packed up to go home, Tom felt a warm feeling inside. He was part of something special. He knew that there would be more games, more practice, and maybe even some losses in the future. But he also knew that he had friends and teammates who would always be there for him. Being part of the sports team was more than just playing soccer. It was about being part of a family. Tom walked home that evening, tired but happy. He knew that this was just the beginning of his journey with the sports team. He was excited for the future, for more games, and for more moments of teamwork and friendship. And he knew that as long as they worked together, they could achieve anything.